to what I wanted to talk mainly about today, which is this topic up here called persistency. Okay, and I've developed over my career 8 steps to improve it. Right, folks? The business that stays is the business that pays. There's no secret to that. If you can't keep enough business on the books, you will not get renewals. Right? Advanced commissions are great. First year commissions, phenomenal. We all love it. Right? That's how we pay our bills. But how we build long-term, meaningful wealth is through renewals. Now, folks, what I will tell you today is the reason that an insurance company pays you renewals, residual, mailbox money, passive income is not because you don't need to do anything anymore. Okay, the work continues. If you think that you're going to speak to somebody for 20 minutes and earn income from that individual for the rest of your life, you lost your mind. Okay, we pay renewals because you need to continually, forever, as long as you are breathing and hold an insurance license, that you're servicing your customers. And I got some phenomenal tips, some structured steps that's going to help each and every one of you increase your persistency, which is going to increase the amount of policies that you retain on the books, which is going to increase your income, increase your renewals, and life will be phenomenal for you, I promise. The most difficult year in the insurance business is the first year, and it's most difficult because you're purely relying on first year commissions. But after that first year and those residual checks come in, man, life gets good, and they get good in a hurry. And every single year you're building and building and building and building on that number and building on that book, folks. Persistency is key. You need to do more things that's going to help you move the needle as it relates to persistency. Let's go ahead and get into it. So the first step that we have to realize is point of sale. Guys, if you do this part right, everything else is easier. It's hard to undo what you didn't do at the point of sale. Folks, I can sell anybody anything. I'm confident in that. I can convince anybody to do a recording and sign on it. I can sell anybody this policy. Right? But I do it in a way that does not require trickery, deception. I'm not trying to trick somebody to buy this policy. I'm trying to help them to make a decision that this policy is good for them. If you find yourself, walking the edge, got one toe in the dirty water, I don't even know if that's a thing, but I just made that up. But, if that's the way that you're going, folks, you are setting yourself up for major, major, major disappointment. And it all starts with point of sale. Don't force the sale. I'm not saying don't close. I'm not saying don't handle objections. I'm saying don't force the sale. If you're not solving a problem, that policy's not going to stay on the books. And if you think that $300 and $400 and $500 a month premiums are going to stay on the books, you also lost your mind. Okay? But folks, we got to first salt that when the sale's over, we made the sale. We just helped this family out. We overcame all of the objections. We solved their problems. We found a policy that they can afford. Okay, now the work begins. And what I would do is I would lower my tone. The serious person comes out again. Right? Because we signed on the dotted line. We're high-fiving. We're excited. Okay, now it's time to get back to business, Ms. Jones. And Ms. Jones, I want you to repeat back to me what you did here today. And she's going to be like, do what? Yes, Ms. Jones, I would like for you to repeat back to me exactly what you did here today. If they can't do that, we have to go back and go over it all over again. And the things that I'm looking for, I want to know if she knows what her face amount is. How much coverage and accidental does she have? What's the premium amount? What's the due date every single month? Explain to me how legacy assurance is going to work. I want to know all these things because if she's not crystal clear, I have to go back and re-explain all these things. And I'm also going to get a commitment from them, because we just made a commitment here to you, Miss Jones, today, that when the day that you pass away, we are going to pay this $10,000 out to your daughter, Susie. Now, rest assured, Miss Jones, we will hold up our end of the bargain. But there's only one way that we can hold up our end of the bargain, is if you can make a commitment today that that $45.62 is going to be in your bank account every single month on the 3rd. Miss Jones, if you can't make that commitment, I'd rather, and I worked a lot in the field, here's the check back. I'd rather we not do this today, Miss Jones. No, Doug, money's going to be there. We good? Okay, perfect, great. Miss Jones, in the event that you would like to increase coverage, we can do so simply with a phone call. All you got to do is give me a call, and we can increase the coverage, a couple $1,000, whatever the case may be. Okay? And the same thing, Miss Jones, if we ever need to decrease that payment a little bit. Miss Jones, it's safe to say that no one is exempt from tough times. Things are going to come up. The air conditioner is going to break. We're going to have a roof leak. Car's going to break down. Granddaughter's birthday, whatever the case may be. We have to bail somebody out of a jam. We got to donate some money, whatever the case may be. But at some point moving forward, something's going to come up. And if that event is so tragic that you feel as though that you can't handle this premium of this life insurance policy anymore, I want you to call me, Miss Jones, because we have things available that we can reduce that payment down. And all we got to do, folks, is a quick recording, reduce that payment down to whatever amount that they can afford. Done. Send that into the policy service request on the Slick Support website. If you're out in the field, little handwritten note. Can be on literally a notebook piece of paper. My name is Doug Blake. I'd like to lower my payment to $20. Done, signed, sealed, delivered, dated, done. That's it. That simple. Policy gets readjusted. Miss Jones, and after that, if you want to increase it again, just a simple phone call away. I want to give them options and let them know, folks, I want to get referrals. Do you know the biggest reason why somebody doesn't get referrals? Anybody know? The biggest reason why somebody doesn't get referrals is because you didn't do your job good enough. That's the biggest reason. You didn't make them feel all warm and cozy inside. And if you did, they're going to open their phone book and give you every name under the sun. And they're going to walk with you and introduce you to people. They're going to want to, you may not, if you do your job right, folks, you won't even have to ask for referrals because they'll give them to you. But if you're going to treat a sale like a one-night stand and then wonder, why don't I get any referrals? Why am I not getting a pay through? Why am my renewal so low? Why am I getting all these chargebacks? Folks, that's why. One-night stands are not fun for anybody. Would you all agree? Maybe in the moment, but the next day, no matter who you are, they feel dirty, don't they? And it's the same thing, folks. We can't just get that money and run. We got to take our time, folks. Love the one you're with. Forget about the 45 other appointments that you have for the day. Forget it. You take the time and you do your job right. Okay? The last thing that we need to do at the point of sale is to schedule a policy review. And when does this need to happen? This needs to happen before their second premium payment is done or happens, right? Get it on the book, schedule it. Miss Jones, the policy is set to issue on November the 14th, okay? So what I'd like to do, Miss Jones, is I'm going to set up an appointment with you for November the 24th. That's going to be 10 days from today. What time works good for you? And I'm going to put it on my calendar. And what are we going to do, Miss Jones? We're going to review that policy, because by that time you would have it in the mail or you would have been able to download it online. I wish I had that when I was selling. Download it right there online. And we're going to go over, we're going to make sure all the names are spelled correctly. We're going to make sure the face amount's correct. We're going to make sure that everything that I'm promising you right now is in black and white and in writing. Is that fair? And I'm going to schedule that right now. Right, folks, what I'm about to tell you and all the things moving forward, folks, it's a lot of work. But again, this is what successful people that have great persistency do. It's not just writing a bunch of business. It's keeping it too. And yes, you can be a top producer and have phenomenal persistency. Yes, that is a thing. You do not have to be a low producer to have good persistency. Okay? So that's what we do point of sale. Second thing, text message them immediately. Now, 99% of you guys are selling on the phone. Even if you're selling in the field, text them as soon as you leave. Miss Jones, I really appreciate the time that we spent today together on the phone or in your house. I loved you telling me about your grandkids, blah, 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 blah. Thank you so much for your business. Here's my number again if you need anything, blah, blah, blah. Real simple. Just a nice, simple thank you text message. Okay? Real simple. It takes 30 seconds, maybe less. Don't cut and paste it. Write a genuine, original text message. Okay? Number 3, handwritten note and welcome packet. Folks, a handwritten note must arrive first. Do not put them in the same packet. Okay? When I was selling in the field, I would write out my handwritten note before I pulled away to the next house, and I would mail them all out as soon as I got home. When you're selling on the phone, you write it out, put it in a thing every day, run to the mailbox. They need to get that thank you note from you before they get anything. And what does this thank you note say? Whatever's on your heart. Similar to the text message. Doesn't need to be anything fancy. But they need to get a thank you note from you ASAP. First. Then we're also going to put together a welcome packet. Now, what's in the welcome packet? The welcome packet, number 1, is going to be that senior care, that senior life brochure. The second thing is going to be that everlasting legacy brochure. The third thing is going to be a business card. The fourth thing is going to be a business card magnet. Okay? Go to Amazon, go to Office Depot, get business card magnets. They're peel and stick. You need to send these people a business card magnet. Everybody loses a business card. Stick it on their fridge. When I was selling in the field, I would take every magnet off their fridge and it would be loaded with my business card. Okay? And the last thing is a summary or a welcome letter. Okay, a welcome letter. And it looks like this. Okay, and I can send this out to everybody if you don't already have it. It's very simple. It's very basic. Okay, it's plug and play. It reads this. Okay, folks, it reads this. Dear whatever, congratulations on your new life insurance policy with Senior Life Insurance Company, and thank you for your business. You should receive your policy in the mail within 10 days from the issue date. Okay, below is a summary of your insurance plan. Face amount $10,000, accidental death coverage $10,000, monthly premium $55.98, in-force date, November whatever, monthly premium due date the 5th of every month. Please keep in mind that if any time you would like to increase your coverage, you can do so, as well as lowering your coverage with just a simple phone call to me. Enclosed in this packet is also some features and benefits of your plan with Senior Life Insurance Company and Everlasting Legacy. Thank you again for your business, and congratulations. Sincerely yours, Doug Blake. Cell phone number, email address, done deal. That goes in the packet with everybody. Okay? Handwritten note, ASAP. Welcome packet, senior care brochure, everlasting legacy brochure, welcome letter, business card, and business card magnet. 5 things that need to go on every single sale that you make. If you want to take some time at the beginning of the week and pre-pack some things, have at it. Folks, it takes 5 minutes to do the things that's going to make you millions of dollars down the road. Okay? The next thing is that policy review. Okay, we scheduled it. Step number 4, policy review. Folks, you would blow your mind the amount of people that cancel their coverage with carriers because they feel as though they never received their policy or they never got it. They could have missed it in the mail. They never got it. You need to make sure they get it. Do we need to call the home office and remail out a new one? Do we need to help them get an account online with the customer portal so they can just download that PDF? You got to do that on the fly with them. If you don't have a policy in their hand, whether it's digital or paper, by the time that their second premium payment is done, they're not looking at you as a person that they would like to continue to do business with. And folks, it's a great opportunity to ask for referrals. What are we talking about at the policy review? Just like I said earlier, names are spelled correctly, beneficiaries are correct and spelled correctly, face amounts are correct, premiums are correct, due dates are correct. Anything and everything that they had questions about, boom, it's right there in writing. We're going to go over it, because if there is an issue, if you did make an error, which is unlikely, right? Is it easier to fix it now or later when they're already mad? It's easier to fix it now. You may, oh man, Doug, I'm just noticing this. I'm looking at the application that was typed up. I should have said yes to that health question. I'd rather know now than when the person passes away and the claim gets declined and that policy gets rescinded and that family gets premiums back and they get nothing hardly. I don't want to put people in that position because I want to do it right. That policy review is key. It's crucial. It's a must. It's a necessity. Get it on the books in that point of sale, and 10 days later, execute that and do that policy review. Number 5, just call 90 days later, a couple months later. Just say, hey, Brian, I'm just giving you a call. Say, hey, how's the family? How are you doing? Is there anything that you need? Again, another great opportunity to ask for what? Referrals. And think about this, folks. You're setting, who does this? Nobody. People that care do this. People that are successful do this. Professionals do this. Professionals follow up and do what they said. Folks, you promise these people short of your cutting their grass every month when you're on the phone with them of all the things that you're going to do as their agent, right? We need to do what we said that we were going to do, which is follow through, not be a stranger. I hear people all the time, oh, Miss Jones, you're so sweet. What a great call. Oh, I love you, blah, blah, blah. And then you hang up the phone and you never, ever call that person, reach out to that person ever again. And then we wonder why, when their policy lapses or cancels, why are they not answering the phone when I called? Why would they? You know what I mean? 90 days out, hey, how you doing? You know, if you're in the neighborhood and you sell in the field, I always found myself at the same neighborhoods over and over again. Stop by. Bring her a cup of coffee. Say hello. Whatever. Do something nice for somebody. It's not about what you do that people remember. It's how you make them feel. And by doing these things, they're going to feel really good. So 90 days just to say, hey. Step number 6, birthday cards, and I always like to do Thanksgiving cards. Thanksgiving cards are great. It's the first holiday of the holiday season, and if you get it out early November, like now, you're going to be the first card that they get, because what I can promise you is that after they get a bunch of cards, they're not opening them anymore. You need them to open it and look at it. And what's going to be in there? A little thank you note. On the season of Thanksgiving, just thinking about you and our relationship. I'm so grateful for it. Thank you so much for your business. If you ever need anything, give me a call. Here's my business card. Done. And birthday cards. Happy birthday. Real simple. There's companies out there that do it for you automatically. A company that I used to use was called sendoutcards.com. Okay, folks, you need to do this. You need to do this. Step number 7. Call missed payments and cancellations as they come in. Don't hide from the problems. Leads me to another point. If your customer's calling you, you just made a sale, and they call you, answer the phone. They probably have a question. They may want to cancel. You may need to resell. I just spoke to my neighbor. Blah, blah. You may need to resell it again. Don't hide from that and think that everything is just going to work itself out. Don't run from your problems, folks. Senior Life sends missed payment emails as they happen every single day. First thing in the morning. The first thing that you should be doing when you get those texts or those emails is calling them up and getting that payment fixed. You'd be surprised. A lot of people don't know. Is it safe to say, show of hands real quick, that a lot of these people that don't even know they missed a payment? They don't even know. And then their policy lapses. Some of them don't even know. Some of them know, but a lot of them don't. Oh, yeah. I was wondering why I had an extra $50 in my account. That's literally 9 out of 10 calls. That's what'll happen. We need to call them as soon as we can. Home office calls you or sends you an email when we get a cancellation in the mail. You need to be on that ASAP. Lapse policies, we got to be on that ASAP. Reinstating this business. If you log into your portal under recent terminations, on the policies that are lapsed or canceled, there's a little 2 lines in a circle with arrows, reinstate. You click it, do a recording, it's done. It's that simple. Just like Slice does it for you. But we need to get on this stuff, folks, every single day, which brings me to my last and most important part, which is working on preserving business every single day. My goal when I was producing was to fix one thing every single day. That's it, one thing. Whether it was a lapse to reinstate, whether it was a missed payment, whether it was a cancellation, whatever the case may be, my goal every day was to fix at least one thing. Every time I got an email for a missed payment, printed it out, checked it off. I always walked around and had on me my lapse and cancel list. I made a note of all my cancels and lapses. I always carried it with me when I was in the field. I tried my best to stop by, to call them, in between homes, when I'm selling on the phone, in between calls, whatever I could do. Whenever I had some free time, I wanted to make sure that I was working on preserving business. And again, sometimes preserving business doesn't mean because something bad happened. You may just have to call that person up and say, hey, how you doing? How's everything? And every single time, don't look at this all as work, folks. Look at this all as more opportunities to make more money. But every single time that you speak to them, is an opportunity for you to build trust, to build a relationship, get some more referrals from them. Folks, all this stuff I understand is difficult. It's a lot of work. But a lot of this work is going to make you a lot of money over the long term. And it's steps that can't be skipped. It must be done. Okay, folks, these are my 8 steps to improving the quality of your business, which will in turn make you millions and millions and millions of dollars down the road. Folks, this business is phenomenal. It's changed my life. It's changed the lives of so many others. There's just one catch. You got to take advantage of it. This is the one time in your life that taking advantage of something is a good thing. You need to take full advantage of this opportunity. I'll leave you guys with this. If success, how big would you set your goals if success was guaranteed? Folks, have a great day. Thank you all so much for all that you do. I'll see you real soon. See you on the VCC, guys. Take care.